Yo.
Welcome back to another episode of Red Hot Knicks Talk.
Yes, we back, y'all. A lot of crazy things, a lot of ebbs and flows of the season, but we have made it. The 82 grind is over. The playoffs are beginning, and it's me and Steven's duty to bring the Red Hot Knicks Talk about the 2024-2025 campaign for the New York Knickerbockers. So, first of all, we made it, bro. 3 seed, home court advantage. Another year of not being in the play-in, which it gets lost a lot. Like, the Knicks have not been in that play-in tournament since the inception of it. So
fans getting a little comfortable now, because before we were just praying just to make it to the
yeah,
playoffs,
we was especially like when it used to be the cutoff of the 8, not even the 10. So it's very good that like we didn't even have to worry about getting into that tournament. But we here now. I know we haven't recorded since January. A lot has happened since. And we could just go over it. Jalen Brunson and Cat, All-Star nomination starters. Shout out to them. And just, we saw a lot of iterations of this New York Knicks team. One of them that a lot of people are using is the inability to beat the top teams. I have reasons why they struggle.
Me too.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's Red Hot Knicks Talk.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think they rounded well in shape, because also what a lot of people don't realize is this is also the first year of the nucleus, and you are going to have growing pains. And growing up, even when LeBron switched to Miami, they didn't win the first year. So we'll see how this playoffs go, but I believe we have the core intact, and we can add around it after we see what goes on in these next coming weeks. What about you, bro?
What grade would you give them for this?
For this year, I have to go with a B-. Because even though they were steady, like you said, steady, we got comfortable, I didn't feel as like connected to this team like I have in past years. Like the COVID Randall Knicks was very good. Jalen Brunson's first season, very good. Even last season.
Yep.
Like this season didn't really get that. Yeah,
That feel. I agree.
Like especially that COVID year, because like we came out of COVID, it was like, oh shit, Julius Randle balling, because remember he was Beyblade before we went under, and like it was like, oh, we actually winning, like. But this year I think we were just getting to the new pieces and the new players. But like I said, I'll give this team a B- this year.
I'll give him a B. I'll give him a B just off the strength of how he finished off without Jalen Brunson for those 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
We got to see an emergence from OG and Ananobi. We got to see what he can do. Mikal Bridges here and there, but he even stepped up during that period. Jalen Brunson went down. So I'll give him a B just instead of a B-, just for the last 2 weeks of the season and how we finished off. You know, they finished off strong. We are the 3rd seed. We finished 51-31. We won 50 games. That's another accomplishment.
One game better than last year, too.
You take it. You take it. So, our first year, like you said, with this nucleus, it's been a roller coaster of a season like it is for other teams. But for the most part, I'm happy to call myself a Knicks fan. I'm happy with what I saw. We still got a lot of work to do. But yeah, let's jump right into it.
I was gonna say, who was your favorite Knick to watch this year?
Cat.
Cat?
Because I think the big question was what because everybody was in such an uproar of giving up DiVincenzo and guys like Randall, those personalities and what they brought to the team last year and how comfortable we got watching them. I like what Cat brought. I like the energy he brought. I like how he gravitated toward New York. He always wanted to play here. Best big man shooting a 3 in the game right now. Great rebounder, great finisher around the basket, has a soft touch, runs the floor. I'm happy with what we got from him. I wish he had the help from Mitchell Robinson early on, because he tried. I watched every game. I think I missed 3 Knicks games this season. No matter if I'm at work, no matter if I'm home, I watch every game and I dial in and I got to pay attention to it. I like what he brought. He tried. He can't protect the rim, but he tries, and that's just the effort for me. Cat looks tired in games too. He's another person that works hard. So yeah, Cat was my favorite player to watch this season. How about you?
I would have to go with Mr. Ananobi.
Okay.
I think especially like last year, because we got him middle of the season. Like you said, we had the DiVincenzos and Brunson, so it was like you knew here, like. But this year, just to like watch him from preseason, regular season, And like we texted about it before, this is the most games he's ever played in the regular season.
Yeah, and I think that's not talked about enough. Yeah, he played a good amount of games this season. He wasn't really hurt.
I think except for that Lakers, that was the only time.
Yeah, where he actually hurt his foot. He's been very reliable this season for the money we've given him. So for his contract, I have no complaints with OG Ananobi. I like that pick too. I was put him second, but yeah, it was Cat for me.
That was funny. I remember last year you was the one driving up the OG.
Yeah, I loved OG. I loved him as a player. I had no problem acquiring OG Ananobi.
He was like, we should get OG. I was like, nah, I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
We can't. And then I think
That's
it was
what he
the next 3 days after that, then they was watching our podcast and they made the move.
What's that shorty from the Olympics?
Oh,
Suni Lee.
Yeah, he was born.
Come to the Garden. Tell her to come to the Garden.
Nah, she
every home game.
She needs a playoff seat this weekend. She needs like front row.
Boy, needs to go show out. He needs to go show out. Yeah, man. I'm pleased with what we got from OG Ananobi and what Cat has given us. For the most part, I'm ready for this playoff series.
I want to say before we start to the playoffs, you did bring up the DiVincenzo's and the Randalls. I was gonna say after the season, like, was there anybody in particular that you missed out of the three?
I'll say DiVincenzo more than Randall.
And I'll say the same thing.
I think we missed that spark off the bench. Like, so when I say spark, similar to Campaign. Don't like Campaign. Let's start there. Don't like him. I'm not a fan of. No, for you to be in the league for as long as you come, he's just a erratic player. If he's on, he's on, and if he's not, he's not. And there's no in between. And we don't need that. Some nights we could use it, but we don't need that. He'll come in the game, and instead of setting up Cat to get an easy bucket down low,
he's taking threes.
Yeah, he's chucking up a three, and it's just like, you got to read the floor, like see what's going on. And there's times it warrants a three from half court maybe, but like sometimes it doesn't warrant that three. Sometimes
just get the offense.
Move guys, tell them where to go. You're directing traffic here. Like, he doesn't do that for a player who's been in the league as long as he's been in the league. But he's Cameron Payne, so I wasn't expecting much. But for the most part, yeah, man, that's.
Now I'll say definitely DiVincenzo. I think the Knicks really missed the volume 3-pointer.
Yeah.
And they tried it. You can't really try it with OG because he's not a shooter.
Yeah.
He's a scorer, but not a shooter. Mikal, he likes mid-range. The threes was a little fluky this year. Yeah. Like, the Knicks really needed that person you could get it behind the arc and just let it fly.
There was a game this year where it's like we kind of gave up. I forget which game it was.
A few of them. It's the Celtics games, Cavs games.
Yeah, but it's just DiVincenzo brought that grittiness. Like, for example, when Trae Young rolling dice on the middle of the court or half court logo, yo, Devo wouldn't allow that. Like, we have no. I'm not telling you to go punch a motherfucker, but like, there's nobody that addresses anything. For example, the game with Golden State, you saw what Draymond Green said about Cat. You see them going at it on the court. And you got players dapping them up after the game. You got players dapping up Draymond Green after the game. And it's just like, yo, where's your loyalty? Where's your... I get y'all all cool, but you see what he said about Cat. You see your own teammate not messing with him. You got to follow suit. Like, there's nobody that does that for us. Like, now we got P.J. Tucker, who kind of enforces that toughness and that grittiness. But P.J. Tucker's not going to be on the floor majority of the time. So there has to be somebody that does play that enforcer role for us. Because on the Pistons, this is going to be a gritty series. They have Isaiah Stewart, who don't mind doing that. But who's going to be the one on the Knicks to do that for us? Right, we don't have that. I kind of just want to get into this series. I think we're gonna beat Detroit. I'm not doubting that, but
that's gonna be a fight.
We have to execute. Yeah, it's gonna be a dogfight, and we have to execute those haymakers when it's time.